Happy Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. I look ridiculous right now. Oh my goodness. It's okay though. It's okay if I look a little ridiculous because it is Halloween. What is my Halloween costume this year, you might ask? I am a cowboy who loves the Detroit Lions. And this cowboy who loves the Lions for the most part loved what we saw from the Detroit Lions in this win tonight. Throw up the W's, baby. Bounce back. Put the W in Halloween. Lions win on Monday Night Football against the Vegas Raiders. Final score 26-14. And hey, we can actually put up 2 W's. Lions win. Red Wings win. The Pistons, unfortunately, it's not complete. The Detroit sports sweep tonight, but it's all right. I still love you, Pistons. And, 2 out of 3 tonight? Not bad. Not a bad night for Detroit sports. Let's go Wings. Let's go Lions, baby. Let's talk about this bounce back win for this Lions team tonight. The final score might not say it, but this was a dominant win. This was a dominant win for this football team tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We mostly did exactly what we were supposed to do. This is what good football teams do. After getting embarrassed the week before, they bounce back the next week. Especially when you're at home, Monday Night Football, in front of a rocking, electric crowd, like the crowd was at Ford Field tonight, and you're facing a stinky football team in which you're favored to beat by a touchdown. Even though we were missing some big-time pieces again, no Monty, no Jonah Jackson, no Frank Ragnow, Amon-Ra St. Brown wasn't even 100% due to his illness. Still, though, we were still favored to win this game. We should have dominated, we should have won, and we did just that. We won, we bounced back, we dominated. Again, even though the final score might not say it, if you watch this game, if you look at the numbers, we truly did dominate this game. Look at these final numbers, ladies and gentlemen. 29 first downs to the Lions, to the Raiders 12. Third down, 6 of 14 for the Lions, to the Raiders 1 for 9. They were 1 for 9 on third down tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We were 1 for 1 on fourth. They were 0 for 3. Total yards of offense. The Lions, nearly 500 yards, 486. The Raiders, 157. We'll talk about him in a second here. Jahmyr Gibbs, who went off tonight. Jahmyr Gibbs had more total yards than the Raiders. Yeah. Time of possession. We had 39 minutes and 33 seconds compared to the Raiders' 20 minutes and 27 seconds. I could go on and on here, ladies and gentlemen. Truly, the final score might not say it. It's only a 12-point win, but we really did dominate this game. And at the end of the day, too, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter if you win by 12, 30, whatever. As long as you win, that's what matters most. A win is a win. And for the most part, this was a dominant win for the Lions tonight. I just said we were going to talk more about him, so let's talk about him now. Jahmyr Gibbs went off tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He went off. For those fantasy managers who have been waiting for this exact game, I hope you won your fantasy matchup tonight. Oh my goodness, Jahmyr Gibbs. Look at these final numbers. 26 attempts, 152 rushing yards, 5 catches, 37 receiving yards, 189 total yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. The Jahmyr Gibbs breakout game happened tonight. Man, he was awesome in this football game. And just you wait until Monty's healthy. That 1-2 punch, the thunder and the lightning of David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Monty's thunder to Gibbs' lightning. It's going to be sick. It is going to be absolutely disgusting, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen shades of it this season. Monty being a beast. And now we saw it tonight, Jahmyr Gibbs being a beast. Just you wait until we see both of them going off at the same time. I can't wait. Shout out to Jahmyr Gibbs. What a monster night for him. A lot of our rookies were fantastic tonight. Our first 4 picks from the 2023 draft, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jack Campbell, Sam Laporta, Brian Branch, all of them were making plays in this victory tonight. Keep on trying to tell me that Brad Holmes had a bad 2023 draft. Keep trying to tell me that. The Lions offense as a whole on the ground were awesome. Even without Monty and even without some key pieces on the O-line, including Frank Ragnow. Even without some big pieces, we still had over 200 yards rushing. Shout out to Craig Reynolds too, Netflix. 14 carries, 74 yards for him. Big day on the ground for this Lions offense. And then through the air, Amon-Ra St. Brown, even though he's a little under the weather, he still played. He was still great. 6 catches for 108 yards for him. Sam Laporta, I just mentioned how he was making big plays in this game. His foul numbers, 8 catches, 57 yards, that 18-yard touchdown that he had. And then, the last guy I'll give a shout out to here, Jared Goff, JG. The pick 6 wasn't great. I'm not exactly sure what that was, but, other than that, still solid numbers for him in tonight's win. 26 for 37, 272 passing yards, and 1 touchdown. Now, it wasn't perfect on offense tonight, not by any means. I mean, we did struggle a little bit in the red zone this game. We did struggle with turnovers too. We had the pick 6 and then 2 fumbles. That all wasn't great. Hopefully that gets cleaned up going forward. But I mean, hey, even if it wasn't perfect, the offense still did more than enough to get this victory tonight. Pretty convincingly too. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why this was such a dominating win was because of that Lions defense. Let's talk about that defense now. Shout out to Aaron Glenn and this Detroit Lions defense. I obviously want to see this entire team, period, bounce back after the Ravens lost last week, but I especially want to see how the defense would respond. Because we've seen it before after the Carolina game last Christmas and after the Seattle loss earlier this season. When the defense struggles, they immediately bounce back the next week. I was curious to see if they would do that again tonight, and they did. The defense was nasty tonight. Vegas's offensive drives in this football game. Punt, Kirby interception. Shout out to Kirby Joseph, his first of the season. Turnover on downs. 3-and-out punt. The Josh Jacobs touchdown. That was Vegas's only good drive tonight. I mean, seriously, that was really their only good drive tonight. Following the touchdown, halftime, moving on to the second half. Punt with a Juno Core sack on 3rd down. Punt with an Aleem McNeil sack on 3rd down. Aleem had a big game. We'll talk more about him right now. This next Vegas drive, turnover on downs. This one in the 4th quarter, featuring 2 sacks from Thor and another sack from Aleem McNeil. Both of them with 2 sacks in this football game. Alex Anzalone and Aleem McNeil. Aleem McNeil had a monster game tonight. In the broadcast, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, they were showing a lot of love to Aleem McNeil, and I'm glad that they did. Aleem McNeil, very underrated part of this defense. So is Alex Anzalone. There's a lot of guys in this defense that are very underrated, but Aleem McNeil, he's definitely underrated. Love seeing him get some attention on the broadcast tonight. Shout out to Aleem McNeil. Shout out to Thor. And then, last but not least, Vegas' final offensive drive, another turnover on downs, featuring a sack on 3rd down from Tracy Walker. The Lions in this game, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, 6 sacks. 6. This defense, once again, after a rough game, completely bounced back and dominated. Only 80 yards rushing for Vegas in this one. Jimmy Garoppolo, 10 for 21, 126 passing yards, no TDs in the one, picked by Kirby Joseph. I mean, I cannot say it enough, ladies and gentlemen. This defense dominated tonight, and I am just so impressed with the way they continue to bounce back after, at this point, rare bad games. It's rare that they have a bad game now, but I mean, seriously, when they do have a bad game, they bounce back immediately the next week. Let's go, defense. And hey, shout out to Riley Patterson, too. I'm going to give some kicker love in this video. Shout out to Riley Patterson. He was making some big-time kicks in this one. He did have that miss late in the game from, I think it was like 26 yards or whatever. But, I mean, other than that, he did make some big kicks in this one, including a 52-yard field goal. Good stuff from Riley. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, you already know I've got my roast armor coffee with me in this video. This coffee is so good, I literally changed my shirt. All jokes aside, though, this really is the best cup of coffee I've personally ever had. I start each every morning with a cup of roast umber, and let me tell you, there is no other way I want to start my morning than with my roast umber coffee. I love coffee, and for my fellow coffee lovers out there, whether you prefer your coffee hot or cold, I really cannot recommend roast umber enough. They got the best farmers out in Guatemala and Honduras, the best roaster out in Grand Rapids, Michigan, all to help bring you the best cup of coffee possible. It even says on their website, our goal is to bring you the best cup of coffee. They got their whole bean ground coffee, which is the coffee I personally prefer because I enjoy a hot cup of coffee over cold. But they also got their nitro cold brew, which is also excellent in my opinion. Even for someone who really doesn't drink a lot of cold coffee, Roast Umber's Nitro Cold Brew is so good. If you're a coffee lover like me, give Roast Umber a try. Visit our website, roastumber.com, link in the description below. On your coffee order, you can always use my coupon code TONYD to save yourself 20% off. And thank you as always to Roast Umber for sponsoring this video. Let's go. Delicious. Good win tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to see this team bounce back after the Baltimore game. And, in general, nice to see this team take care of business at home on Monday Night Football. So now we're going into our bye with a 6-2 record and the number 2 seed in the NFC. Feels good, but the job is not finished. Let's get healthy and let's get ready for Week 10 in Los Angeles against the Chargers. We'll see you then. That's all I got for you in this one. Thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate it as always. Enjoy the bye, and we will see you for Week 10 against Los Angeles Chargers. As always. Let's freaking go Lions, baby.